Hi and welcome back to another video. This is John from G-Tech Reviews. Today we're going to be looking at some power supply extensions. Now the cables we've got today are from a company called ModSmart. This is actually a sister company of another brand, premade or premade, who specialise in water cooling, tubing and different things like that. Now this particular sort of section of the company, ModSmart, is more focused on, as the name would sort of give away, modern. You've got your modern accessories like sleeving, cables, cable tidies, that sort of thing. So today we're going to have a little look at the Kobra Cables range. The ones I've got here are the 16-inch editions. They're in a few different lengths. And the colour I went for was blood red, and I've got to be honest, when they came in and they were delivered, I was a little bit disappointed. Before I'd picked them, I suppose the fault lies with me, there was no real information on the website, the ModSmart website. The Facebook page had very limited sort of pictures on there, but yeah, I haven't took it out the packaging yet, but I can tell it's not for me. Look, I've had a little glance at the rest of the range, especially the premade range, and it doesn't seem to sort of fit or match anywhere. But that aside, we shall move on and take a peek at the product. We will start with the 24 pin. Now, as you can see, you've got the Kobra Cables brand in here. There's a little adhesive sticker here, where this must be interchangeable depending on what length you get. Now you've got your connectors marked here. You can either get the 4 pin, 6 pin, 8 pin or the 24 pin, and also mark out where its intention is here for whether it be a motherboard 8 pin or a PCI Express 8 pin. You've got a little see-through window here. There is a bit damage to the product. It didn't fare well on shipping. You've got the ModSmart brand here. On this side is your colour chart. You've got black, white, carbon fibre, aqua, UV blue, UV red, UV purple, UV orange or a custom. Now there's a badge here for max blood red, so this obviously comes from the custom range. Around the back again there's a little bit damaged, but it says it's built in the USA. It's available with matching connectors with no extra charge. The tight high density sleeving which protects and hides wires while increasing airflow. I'll be honest, unless you're working with a really old case and limited space, there's nothing really in it now. Case design and other factors have, changed the way things work. So basically these sort of products, they really are just an aesthetic product. If you want to increase change or give your build a different sort of look, these are the products that'll help. I'm not really convinced by the airflow statement, to be honest. It's available in 3 convenient lengths. It fits any size case or application. Well, it's a universal product, being an extension. Course to fit. It's a bit of a strange one. Provides a professional finish look, which just kind of what I said. It does and can really change the finish or the quality on a build. Around this side is the style chart. You've got heat shrink, no heat shrink, solid colour or multicolour. I've opted for a no heat shrink edition. I'm really not a fan of heat shrink. I don't think it gives you that clean, crisp look to an extension or a sleeve cable. Now I wasn't actually aware that they had any multicolour. I'm assuming that means you get alternating colours across the cables. So yeah, that about covers the packaging. We've got a quality control sticker on here. We'll just get that out of the way. Okay, so I'm hearing some rattling around, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We shall take a peek and see. Okay, that's it. So what we've got included are these little connectors. Now assuming they're to wrap around the cable and just hold them together. Now, it looks like you can only get 3 individual braided cables in each. A really odd number. There's a total of 5 included. So let's just jump in and take a look at the cable. In previous videos and previous reviews I've made my sort of stance on paracord quite clear. I really don't rate it, and this is kind of proof why. It's so droopy and flexible. Now that's not to say all paracord products. There are some out there much better quality. But yeah, I think what you're seeing speaks for itself. It just doesn't have that grip, or it's hard to describe, but other brands, non-paracord brands, are much more keen to take the natural curve, which is what you want when it's plugged into your build and you're wiring it through your cable management grommets or whatever you want to do. This is just so droopy and flexible. I'm really not keen, but I will try and give the product a fair chance. I mean, to me, first impressions are the quality. Just in terms of craftsmanship, it's not great. The cable lengths all feel a little bit off. It doesn't. Anyway, so this is where these little things come into play. I'll just we'll have a little bash and see how we get on. Extremely fiddly. So yeah, I'm guessing you take 3 individual cables, which is really difficult to do, and you just lock those into place, click them. So I suppose when you've got a few on though, you know, you get a few on, it does sort of do what it intends to do. It separates and keeps everything together. They're a little bit loose, to be honest. Yeah, so that's it. We'll move on, and I'll come back and wrap it up. We've also got some 8-pin additions, which I've got one for a motherboard and one for a PCI Express, so just for the sake of the video length we'll just take a peek at one. So again, you've got your cable tidies or grips, or you know, whatever you want to call them. So again, it's just not for me. The colour I was really quite disappointed with. I've got another premade product just here. This is a hex grill. As you can see, it just doesn't work. I know Kobra do have a different red available, but I'm just thinking, you know, my gut feeling is, what is the intention of this colour? Thinking about motherboards, graphics cards, liquids, different things. I just don't see a gap for this, but that said, quality, again, the density is really good. You've got no chance of seeing through that. It's extremely tight in terms of weave. Because I've opted for the larger cables, you know, I think this drooping and sort of slackness it's becoming more apparent. Had these been shorter, you know, it probably would have been a lot better. But in terms of quality, it's not too bad at all. Everything feels good and tight. They're not slack at all. So craftsmanship wise, it's a bit of a mixed bag. From the 24-pin to this one looks a little bit better. So yeah, we're not going to bother with the other product. What I am just going to bring into the camera is some other premade chill products. This is just a piece of that rigid tubing, which, you know, is, I'm hoping the camera picks it up well. It's an extremely good match in terms of colours, whereas the blood red, it just doesn't seem to work. I've got another extension here from a chap in the UK. I'll drop a link to his Facebook and his shop. But you know, this is just a standard raid, and as you can see, it just works well with the other products in the range. And again, I don't know how the camera's picking up the difference, so I'll try and edit it so that, you know, you're getting a fair representation of what I'm saying. But as I said, it just doesn't seem like a logical colour. So wrapping up, I'm not a fan of paracord, but I'm trying to be sort of fair and down the middle. It's a bit of a mixed bag for me. The sleeve's good. These connectors, I'm a bit baffled by. To me, this should have had 4 holes, so you could have just had 1 on there. You know, I don't see why only 3. You know, because if you put 1 on there, or 3 of them, then you've got this extra cable. It just, I don't know, seems a bit illogical to me. So I've got some other premade chill products here. We've got some water cooling sort of stuff that we're going to look at, but I just wanted to give a little overview and my thoughts on the Kobra cables. I'll drop some links for pricing and availability, because I know there's a lot of variation, but I think it would be a safe bet to say that if you're in the US, frozen CPU, I know they've got an extensive range, whereas in the UK it's a lot more limited. At the time of recording, I think the only real stockist is Special Tech UK. There may be some others that hold some stock, so I will try and find out the situation and leave you some links. So Yeah, to sum up, it's not a bad product. The colour's really off-putting for me. The length, it really shouldn't have been this length for a paracord product, in my opinion, because it just doesn't work. So yeah, that about wraps it up. I know it's a different sort of video to what I normally do. I will link off to the written side where I'll try and have some better pictures where you can see the colour better. But yeah, I'm just going to wrap it up and leave it there and move on to the next video. So if you've liked what you've seen today, leave a like, a comment. We're always open to positive feedback, criticism, for our style, that sort of thing. Any suggestions, we'll take them on board. So yeah, if you want to see what we've got coming up in the future, then hit that subscribe button. We'll see you then.